There was a myth that told of a time when there was an advanced civilization on this planet. They were so advanced, they were almost gods. But they became corrupt. They became cruel. And the universe wouldn't put up with that. The universe struck them down.
Unraveling the mysteries of ancient history often feels like detective work, where archaeologists, historians, and scientists assume the role of detectives searching through the sands of time. One of the most captivating tales to emerge from these explorations is the story of Helike, an ancient Greek city that vanished overnight in 373 BC after a devastating earthquake and tsunami. Located in the Peloponnese, Helike was a major cultural and religious hub devoted to Poseidon, the god of the sea and earthquakes. For centuries, this city was mere legend, likened to the mythical Atlantis due to its sudden and mysterious disappearance.
Ooh, archaeologists hate the word Atlantis. Because they've proved that Atlantis could never have existed, even though they have not looked at the parts of the world that need to be looked at.
The quest to locate the lost city of Helike began in earnest during the 19th century, though initial searches yielded no results. These early explorers often relied on speculation rather than scientific method, leading them to dig at various sites across the northern Peloponnese where no evidence of Helike was found.
There's huge areas of the world that have never been looked at by archaeology at all, or if looked at by archaeology, looked at only minimally.
Many were misguided by local legends and misinterpretations of ancient texts, which directed them towards sites that were visually appealing or mythologically significant, but geologically improbable. A more methodical search began in 1998 with the formation of the Helike project, spearheaded by Greek archaeologist Dora Katsonopoulou and American researcher Stephen Sota. This project marked a turning point as it adopted an interdisciplinary approach, integrating archaeology with geology, physics, and other sciences.
Carbon dating can only date organic material. It can't date stone.
The team also benefited from global collaboration, drawing experts from around the world, including seismologists from the University of Patras. Their use of advanced technologies like electrical resistivity and seismic reflection was pivotal. These geophysical surveys allowed the team to detect underground anomalies and patterns indicative of archaeological remains without disturbing the surface. Such non-invasive methods guided the archaeologists to the precise location where Helike was eventually discovered, confirming the effectiveness of combining traditional and modern techniques in archaeology. In addition to employing ground-penetrating radar to explore beneath the surface, every artifact uncovered during the excavations was meticulously documented. The team took photographs, made drawings, and wrote detailed notes about each find and its context. This careful documentation was crucial for piecing together the site's history and understanding the development of Helike over time, highlighting how modern archaeological practices can illuminate ancient civilizations.
Let's call in the archaeologists to make sure that we're not going to wreck any ancient archaeology while we're doing this. A lot of archaeological discoveries are made as a result of that.
The year 2001 marked a significant milestone for the Helike project, as researchers finally unearthed concrete evidence proving the existence of the ancient city. Among the key discoveries were large building foundations, which suggested they were part of residential and possibly public structures due to their size and layout. These foundations were crucial in confirming the site as Helike, perfectly aligning with historical descriptions of the city's architecture. Scattered across the excavation site, archaeologists found numerous pottery shards ranging from simple domestic ware to more elaborate pieces, likely used for religious or ceremonial purposes. This wide array of pottery helped illustrate the daily life and spiritual practices of Helike's inhabitants. Additionally, a variety of other cultural debris was recovered, including tools, coins, and decorative items, which provided deeper insights into the economic and social aspects of life in the classical Greek period. The style and craftsmanship of these artifacts were distinctly classical Greek, aiding in accurately dating the site. Such findings were consistent with other known sites from the same era in Greece, offering a comparative framework for understanding Helike's cultural and historical context. The layout of the ruins also indicated that Helike was a well-planned city with defined zones for residential, commercial, and possibly religious activities. This spatial organization provided valuable clues about urban planning and social organization in ancient Greek cities. The discoveries at Helike not only opened a window into the past, but also spurred further archaeological and historical research in the region. The Helike excavation has been highlighted as a model for archaeological methodology, particularly due to its use of modern technology and meticulous documentation techniques. The success of the project underscored the importance of an interdisciplinary approach, integrating archaeology with other scientific disciplines like geology and environmental science. The search for Helike shares several intriguing parallels with the search for another legendary city, Troy. Both Helike and Troy were long considered to be myths. Troy was immortalized by Homer in the Iliad and was thought to be purely legendary until its rediscovery by Heinrich Schliemann in the 19th century. Schliemann famously used Homer's texts as a guide to locate Troy, much like early searchers of Helike used ancient writings. However, modern searches for both cities have relied on sophisticated archaeological techniques and scientific methods rather than solely on literary sources. The eventual rediscovery of both cities after being lost for millennia changed our understanding of ancient history, demonstrating how modern archaeology bridges the gap between past myths and present reality. One of the first clues that confirmed the archaeological site as the ancient city of Helike was the discovery of bronze coins dating from the 4th century BC. These coins, which featured the image of Poseidon, the sea god notably worshipped in Helike, provided not only spiritual and cultural context, but also helped archaeologists map out significant activity areas and understand the city's economic dynamics before its catastrophic end. As the excavation progressed, the team unearthed multiple cultural layers that revealed the site's long history of habitation and rebuilding. These layers included classical Greek remains as well as Hellenistic and Roman artifacts, showcasing a diverse range of lifestyles and economic conditions over the centuries. The variety of artifacts found, from domestic pottery to luxury goods, illustrated a timeline of prosperity and artistic flourishing, particularly evident in the more elaborate Hellenistic artifacts. The evidence of the catastrophe that struck Helike was also vividly preserved in the geological layers at the site. Seismic layers of sand and debris matched historical accounts of the earthquake and tsunami that led to the city's destruction. Detailed sedimentological studies indicated abrupt changes in grain size and composition typical of tsunami backwash, including marine microfossils and salts that hinted at extensive inundation by seawater. Moreover, the excavation revealed remarkably well-preserved organic remains, such as wooden tools and food remnants, which survived under the anaerobic conditions created by rapid burial under mud and debris.
You want to be pretty sure that the organic material dates from the same time as the megalith and wasn't introduced later.
This lack of oxygen significantly slowed decay processes, providing a rare and invaluable glimpse into the daily lives of the people of Helike. Analyzing these organic materials has shed light on the Helikians' diet, agriculture, and domestic technologies. For example, carbonized seeds and grain residues have revealed the types of crops that were cultivated, while preserved wooden implements have offered clues about the craftsmanship and household activities of that era. Through meticulous excavation and careful analysis, the project has peeled back the layers of time, providing a detailed picture of life in Helike before its sudden destruction and a better understanding of the ancient disaster that buried it. The catastrophic disappearance of Helike in 373 BC offers a fascinating real-world counterpart to the legendary story of Atlantis, the mythical island described by Plato as sinking into the sea overnight due to divine retribution. These two stories of sudden destruction provide deep insights into the ancient civilizations and the ways in which they are remembered in myth and history. Helike was a real city-state located on the Peloponnesian peninsula of Greece, well known as a prosperous center dedicated to Poseidon. It was tragically destroyed overnight by an earthquake and tsunami, completely erased from the map until its rediscovery in 2001. In contrast, Atlantis is described in Plato's Timaeus and Critias as an advanced civilization with a powerful empire that was lost to the ocean as a form of divine punishment for its hubris. Unlike Helike, the existence and exact location of Atlantis remain subjects of speculation and debate, with theories placing it anywhere from the Mediterranean Sea to the Caribbean. This enduring mystery adds to the allure of the Atlantis story. Both Helike and Atlantis were said to have suffered sudden catastrophes. Helike's downfall was confirmed by geological evidence pointing to natural disasters, while the destruction of Atlantis is known only through Plato's philosophical allegory. The stories of these cities highlight the impact of natural disasters on civilizations and serve as moral and philosophical cautionary tales about the potential consequences of defying the gods or engaging in morally corrupt behaviors. While Helike's story is backed by historical records and archaeological findings, Atlantis is often seen as a mythological symbol used by Plato to discuss philosophical theories. The search for Helike has encouraged new research in archaeology, geology, and disaster studies, providing valuable insights into ancient urban planning and disaster management.